Chief Seattle was born on 1786 and died on June 7, 1866. His father was a Squamish chief and his mother was the daughter of a Duwamish chief. He was known as a great speaker and a skilled diplomat. He was also known as one of the greatest Indian orators of this time. Only a few of his speeches have ever been recorded, and two of these being given in 1850 and in 1854. In 1854, he spoke to a man named Isaac Stephens, who was the governor of a territory in Washington, and he proposed the Port Elliott Treaty, which kicked out 20 tribes from the Puget Sound region to be reserved in another area called the Port Madison Reservation, only for the Squamish tribe. In this speech, he said, "Yonder sky has swept tears of compassion on our fathers." And he also said, "When the last red man shall have perished and the memory of my tribe shall become a myth among the white men, these shores will swarm with the invisible dead of my tribe." The era which Chief Seattle spoke during was the era of Western expansion and reform. The idea of manifest destiny was very prominent during this time because the Americans wanted to explore the West that has now been opened and ready for exploring. And this forced the Indians to leave their lands and move from their homes to find different places because their land was being taken away from them. Some historical events that happened during this time period was the Gold Rush in 1849 and the Yamaka War in 1855. The Yamaka War was very important because it was a war against the white settlers and many of the tribes in the Puget Sound region, but Chief Seattle decided to not fight in this war because he thought it was important to show unity and to not rebel against the people who are overtaken. Why should we read his speeches? Because it informs us about the lives of Native Americans and helps us get a different perspective during the move west that the Americans had and the effect that they had on all the Indians while they were moving. His legacy was that he is known as the greatest Indian orator of all time, and he participated in many battles for his tribe, which often ended in success, which shows the great qualities of a true leader. And he is known as an intelligent and a formidable leader with a compelling voice, and he was friends to many white men. Today, there's still debate over the Port Elliott Treaty, over who owns the land for sure or not, and the Port Madison Reservation is still for the Squamish tribe till this day. And there was a marble headstone dedicated on his grave in 1890. And he was given the nickname Legros, which means the big one. And when he was converted to Christianity, he changed his name to Noah Seattle, and his original name is unknown because the white settlers did not know how to pronounce his first name.